67% possession, 28 shots, 10 on target. And Uruguay still couldn't beat Saudi Arabia? Welcome back to the channel. Smash that like button because what happened in Miami was absolutely insane. Let's set the scene. It's June 15, 2026, at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. Group H of the World Cup, Uruguay versus Saudi Arabia. This is the same Saudi Arabia team that shocked the world in 2022 by beating eventual champions Argentina 2-1. Could history repeat itself? Spoiler alert, it almost did. But here's the thing, earlier that day, debutants Cape Verde held European champions Spain to a 0-0 draw. Group H was already chaos. And this match? Pure madness. Uruguay came out swinging. Marcelo Bielsa's men dominated possession from the first whistle. In the 30th minute, Federico Vinas had a point-blank header, but Saudi keeper Mohamed Alawais denied him. Alawais was already in wall mode. Uruguay had chance after chance. 28 shots in total, 10 on target. But Saudi Arabia's defense? Absolutely clinical. But then, disaster for Uruguay. 41st minute. Saudi corner. Hassan Al-Tambakti sent a bullet header towards goal. Fernando Muslera, the 39-year-old legend playing in his 5th World Cup, couldn't control the ball. And Abdullah Al-Amri is right there to tap it in. Saudi Arabia 1-0. Al-Amri dropped to his knees and placed his head down on the pitch. The Saudi fans, who were greatly outnumbered in South Florida, were loud enough to make up the difference. Suddenly, everyone started asking, is Saudi Arabia about to do it again? Whatever Bielsa said in that locker room, it worked. Uruguay came out like a completely different team. 21 players in Saudi Arabia's half at one point. Muslera, standing alone in his own half. Uruguay controlled 67% possession. They had 28 shots to Saudi's 7. Manuel Ugarte hits the post in the 61st minute with a low effort from distance. Alawais makes save after save. 9 saves in total, the most at the World Cup so far. This guy was unreal. But then, the 80th minute. Federico Vinas. Alawais parries, but the ball bounces awkwardly into the path of Maxi Araujo. And who's there? Maxi Araujo. He fires it past the keeper from close range. 1-1. Uruguay's 28th shot of the game finally finds the back of the net. And just like that, disaster avoided. But wait, it gets crazier. In stoppage time, Saudi Arabia had a counterattack. They were through on goal. And the referee blew the final whistle. Italian referee Maurizio Mariani ended the game when Saudi Arabia had a clear chance to counter and steal a famous win. The Saudi players were stunned. They had a clear chance to create the decisive goal. And the referee just ended it. Fans went nuclear. One posted, Saudi Arabia were through on goal there. What a terrible time to blow the whistle. Another said, OMG, why did he blow the final whistle? Saudi were through on goal. Oh, and speaking of viral, Marcelo Bielsa went viral before the game even started. The 70-year-old Uruguay manager refused to look at the camera during FIFA's official photo shoot. And the picture spread like wildfire on social media. When asked about it after the match, Bielsa was in no mood to explain. He said, I'm not a model. I have no answer for that. He then added, some situations do not need to be explained. We have no obligation to behave as models. And honestly, respect. So what does this mean? Group H is wide open. Spain drew 0-0 with Cape Verde. Saudi Arabia has a point. Uruguay has a point. Look at these numbers. 67% possession versus 33%. 28 shots versus 7 shots. 10 shots on target versus 3. 14 corners versus 4. And Mohamed Alawais made 9 saves, the most by any goalkeeper in the tournament so far. Saudi Arabia proved in 2022 they can hang with anyone. And now, they just held Uruguay, a 2-time World Cup champion, to a draw. This team is not a pushover. Here's my take: Uruguay needs to wake up. 28 shots and only 1 goal? That's not gonna cut it against Spain. Bielsa himself said after the match, "We had to win this game." And he's right. But Saudi Arabia? They're looking dangerous. Watch out, Group H. Drop a comment below. Who's getting out of Group H? Uruguay? Saudi Arabia? Spain? Cape Verde? Let me know. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't